Hi, this is Mr. Wallstrom. I'd like to show you a little bit today how to navigate the information space I've created for online remote learning in science class. It's going to include three components: Google Calendar, my class website, and Google Classroom. Some of these you may use in other classes, and some might be specific to mine. Let's take a look together. Science class will begin every day in a video Google Meet. In order to get to that meeting on time, you're going to need a schedule and you're going to need a link to the meet. The easiest way to access that is to look in a function called Google Calendar. You're looking at that in front of you right now. How do you get here? The easiest way is to simply go into your Google account and take a look up in the corner, the upper right corner. You'll see the waffle, the 9-dot array where your Google Apps are located. By clicking on it, you'll see Calendar, a function that allows you to show this screen on your computer. When you click on it, you should see an outline of all the classes you have that day and the times that they meet, organized very similar to this. Let's take a look on Thursday the 17th. This student would go to music, then to sci-tech, followed by science and math. The break in the middle here is for lunch, followed by Spanish, civics, and ELA. By clicking on any one of these, it will open up the Google Meet. You'll want to go there at the time indicated. Simply click the link, and you can join the meet by simply clicking the blue button. The next component of science class is the science class website. This is located at the address paxtoncenterscience.com. Nothing's capitalized, no spaces, just paxtoncenterscience.com. Typing in that URL will bring you to this screen here. You can see in the upper left, I have put in paxtoncenterscience.com, and this is the welcome screen. You may find it useful to bookmark it by clicking the star right here. When you do so, I like to put it in a folder such as frequently used or the bookmarks bar, which you can select from a drop-down menu. You should get used to organizing bookmarks so that you're able to access them effectively when you need to. By clicking on the link in the center of the screen, which is labeled Enter Science, it will bring you to one of two classes. It defaults to the grade 8 agenda screen. If you're a 7th grader, you'll just navigate to the 7th grade screen. Please note that these are navigable up here. You also have various drop-down menus for other resources that I offer you. The student menu will have resources that may be useful to you in class. The About menu has things about myself and this class. And more importantly, if you need to get in touch with me, the Contact menu will always get an email to me. Let's take a look at the 7th grade agenda screen. At the top of the screen in this space here, you'll notice that there are links for the various classes and their meets. These will be hot linked to the Google Meet so that you can get to our video group that way as needed. Ignore the online textbook for the time being. It's disabled. If you scroll a bit further down the page, you will see the day's lesson. Lessons are always organized by date, which you will see at this top area here. Lessons from previous days will be located further down. You can keep scrolling back in time to get to any day that you may have missed or to reference material from a previous class that you'd like to see again. Each lesson has 3 parts. The first part is the do now. Simply, this is something that you should do. Use your time while you're waiting for me to begin class in order to be prepared. For tomorrow is a space where I will list work that needs to be finished. Typically, this is for the next class day, but in the case of longer term assignments, it may be something that is due 2, 3, or even more days later. In any case, please use this to organize the things that you need to get ready. Last of all, the section called Today's Lesson. This is where I will summarize step-by-step instructions for everything we're going to do in class that day. You can use it to organize your work and to track your progress as class unfolds. If you're absent or if you need to access class asynchronously, you can use this as a set of instructions to go through the work that you missed. Please go and make your best effort to do this work independently, sending me an email with specific questions if you need some help to get on track. That's all I have for this website. Let's take a look at Google Classroom. The last tool I expect to use in our remote learning experience together is Google Classroom. You should be fairly familiar with it with your time in other classes and grades here at Paxton Center School. Let's take a look at how I've organized it. When you open up Google Classroom, you'll typically go to the stream. This is what is the default page. And here it has things organized by the date that they were entered or assigned by your teacher. I don't think it's the best place to look. I prefer the Classwork page, and I'll show you why. The Classwork page has 3 topics in science class: the daily class agenda, the Google Meet video link, and assignments that are due. Under Daily Class Agenda, you will be able to access the school's or my class's website simply by clicking on it. This is put here simply to give you an easy way to navigate back to the class website if at any time you've forgotten the address or you just need a convenient way to open up a tab that includes it. The Google video link is, as described, a way to get to our class video. This is the direct link into that. You will use this at the beginning of each day. If you don't access it from Calendar, you can get it from Google Classroom. Last of all, the assignment due topic down the bottom is any work that has been assigned that I will be expecting you to finish for grading. I've already given an assignment here. This is going to be due Friday of our first week. I think that's the 18th. And it's simply a chance to write me an email and tell me a little bit about yourself. When you click on this tab, you can open up the assignment, and those details are there for you to take a look at. So reviewing, you'll typically start your class day using Calendar as a means to figure out which classes you have and what times they meet. By clicking on any one of these, you will go directly to the video link that meets for that class. Science class will depend heavily upon the use of our class website, which also includes links to the various Google Meets and the times that I will be expecting you to be there. And we'll also be using Google Classroom, which has 3 topics: the daily class agenda to help you get back to my website if you need to, the Google Meet video link, which will help you get into the video chat that we will use to start our class and conduct our lessons, and finally assignments due, which will have any assignments that you have due either that day or in future days that you'll be needing to turn in for grading. That's it. I hope this has been helpful to you, but please feel free to email me with any questions that you have, or maybe bring them up in our next Google Classroom Meet. Have a great day.